Hey, what's up? I'm Erica Rasha and welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Today we're going to be talking about how to create your perfect Instagram strategy. So let's get right on into it. So tip number one when creating your perfect Instagram strategy is you have to audit your Instagram account. Now, a lot of people don't know the difference between an Instagram audit and an Instagram strategy. So let me break that down for you. So basically an audit is when you do research of your account. So this is where you're going to go deep into your analytics and see what resonated the most with your audience. What has the most engagement? What has the least? What were they saving the most? What were they commenting on and saying, oh my gosh, I love this? That's where you want to do all that research and figure out what really did well, what stood out, what did people love to see from you. When you're doing audit, you're really auditing your content and seeing what really worked best for your account, and are you actually meeting your targeted audience, and are you meeting their needs? Are you solving their problems? Or are you just there because you have cute pictures? Your audit should tell you all of that by the comments that you're getting, by the engagement that you're getting, by the DMs that you're getting. And so you want to audit all of that you see on Instagram. When it comes to a strategy is your implementation plan. A strategy is how you put out this content, how you run your Instagram platform or whatever. And so that's what your strategy is. And so your audit should be a part of your Instagram strategy creation. So once you audit your account, you realize, hey, this content really works for my page. So you want to pull that out. So what you want to do is you want to identify what resources and tools that you'll need in order to create that content. So if you realize like graphics do really well on your account and you use Photoshop, you want to make sure that you have everything you need to go for Photoshop, and if you need to pay for any subscriptions or whatever, you want to make sure that that's all ready to go. So rather that if you have photos, you want to make sure you have a plan on how you can get to a photographer or when you can go out and shoot your photos yourself or whatever, because you don't want to get to the end of this whole process and realize, wait, I'm missing the content piece. So that's why it's important to, after you audit your account and figure out what type of content you need, to establish your resources. So after you establish your resources, you want to figure out what are your goals and what is your purpose. What is your purpose on being on Instagram? And you might already know that. So that's an easy step that you can write down. Like, what are your goals and things that you want to accomplish with this month or 2 months or a quarter while you're on Instagram? Because I typically recommend switching up your strategy or reevaluating your strategy every quarter. So that's 3 months. So what are your goals for this month? So if it's like, oh, to launch my product, or oh, to sell my high ticket item, because you want your Instagram strategy to focus around that so you can make sure that you are hitting those goals, because also that will help you figure out what type of content you need to put in your Instagram strategy. So your next step is, after you set your goals, is to make sure that you still are talking to the same audience, because sometimes we tend to kind of deviate from who we're talking to or who our audience is. So for instance, I'll give you a personal example. I was just talking to all online business owners, and by the end of Q4, I had deviated and I'm starting to talk to content creators. So whether you're an online business owner or you're an influencer, I'm talking to specifically small content creators with less than 20,000 followers. That's exactly who I'm targeting. That's exactly who I wanted for. I did a pivot. If 2020 taught us anything, as entrepreneurs, as content creators, we all know that it's very important to pivot. So you want to make sure that you're talking to the exact same targeted audience that you began talking to in the beginning. And so with that, you want to go back to your audit and look at that research and make sure that you are still addressing the same people. And if not, who are these new people and how can you talk directly to them? Now, here's the tough part. It's time to create your content schedule. What does it look like for you posting on Instagram? Are you posting every day? Are you posting every other day? Are you posting only twice a week? Like, what is it? And if you aren't quite sure how often you should be posting, check out my videos in the card. But you have to figure out what resonates well with you and what resonates well with your audience. So again, you're going back to that audit research. That's why the audit is step one, because you got to go back to the audit research and see, when is your audience online? So if you're going to post 3 times a week, then you want to look and see what days are your audience most online. So if it's Wednesdays, what time is your audience most online? So if it's 6 o'clock on Wednesdays, you know that you need to be posting every Wednesday at 6 o'clock for the quarter. And so you want to make sure that you're doing that information and you're creating this content schedule that can work for you, that you can keep up with as well. Whether that's batching or scheduling, doing what you have to do to make sure that you are keeping up with this content and that you can be successful for this next quarter with this content schedule. This is where you're getting everything on paper, or for me, I use Notion. So you're getting everything down and out somewhere and you're creating that calendar. If y'all want a video on how to create the perfect content schedule, then definitely put a comment down below or whatever, and I can definitely create that for y'all. And so the next step is simply create the content. Start batching, start creating. You have the schedule, so you know that you have to post a picture every Wednesday and a reel every Thursday. Okay, start creating those reels, start creating those posts, start writing those captions, create, and get that content ready. Because now that you have a strategy, you know exactly what's expected of you, you know exactly what you're doing for the month, and there's no more excuses. All the excuses are kicked out the window. What are excuses? Tools of being confident. No, I'm just playing. But no, make sure that you are creating your content. Don't just create this strategy and then throw it out the window and start posting whatever. Like, this is it. Create so that you can schedule, so that you can stay on touch with this calendar, and so that you don't miss a beat and you don't get burnt out or under wraps with the whole Instagram and the whole algorithm. Make sure that you are creating content in advance and you are knowing exactly what you are looking to create. And then after that, you have 3 months worth of content or a month worth of content, however long you decided to make your strategy for. And what's next after that is simply to audit again. Once the quarter is over or once the month is over that you made this strategy for, it's time to audit again and see what works. And here's a pro tip. Make sure that you are looking at your analytics often. Whether that's once a week, once a month, so that you don't miss a beat and you can see what's working and what's not. And so you can do what? Pivot. That's the word of the video. Pivot. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Erica Rasha for more tips. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below or DM me. And you're already on YouTube, so you might as well check out these other videos. YouTube recommends them for you. I don't see why you wouldn't want to watch another video. Why not? But I'm Erica Rasha. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I am really grateful for you. But I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.